Right now at 10, an update on a Madison golf course being turned into a landfill, why it's getting pushback from neighbors. Plus, a high-profile politician visits Ukraine as Russia struggles to gain ground in the country. That's all coming up at 10 o'clock. Right now, this entire area is the Yahara Hills Golf Course, but in a few years, this part will now no longer be a golf course. It'll be mostly a landfill. This comes as the county was running out of space in its existing landfill, but as Tahalil Mohadin explains, not everyone's on board.
It just feels kind of shady.
Half of the Yahara Hills Golf Course, one step closer to becoming the new site of the Dane County landfill.
My main concern, though, is just how quickly it's happening and that people don't know about it.
Many in the area not on board with the city's plans.
Why would we turn this valuable land close to the city on a major road with all of the utilities and everything else there? Why would we turn that into a dump when we can put a dump any old where?
But officials at the county's Department of Waste say their plans for the new landfill with a sustainability campus and business park go beyond a hole in the ground.
We need sewer, water, electricity, internet, a lot of those types of utilities. You also need, proximity to decent haul routes and transportation routes. And so Yahara really is an ideal site for having all of those things.
Still, those by the golf course believe the city was too quick to agree.
Why not throw it out to the community and say, hey, this golf course isn't making money for us right now. Does anyone want to partner with us, put some money into this, and let's see if we can make it a destination?
Even questioning the sale price, believing the land to be undervalued.
I would get multiple appraisals.
But city officials say they sold the land for slightly more than it was appraised by their real estate division. And even if they managed to sell it for more than that, they'd end up paying the difference another way.
They have to get that money back from their users, which is the city of Madison, which is paid for with tax dollars. So the more we drive the price up, the more they're going to drive up our tipping fees.
Area residents, however, want the city to consider the community's voice.
The message overall was, this is a done deal. We're just telling you as a courtesy, there's nothing you can do about it.
In Madison, Tahlil Mohadin, News 3 Now.
County leaders say that they will begin building the compost site, education center, and offices as early as 2025. Construction of the actual landfill itself will begin in 2028. It probably wasn't great golfing weather this weekend. Meteorologist Dana Fulton is outside, and she's got your certified most accurate forecast.
It's a little chilly outside for us right now and a little breezy still, but at least things are dry. Looking at our temperatures this afternoon, we did hit the mid-50s, almost 10 degrees below average. We started the day off in the upper 40s. Right now we're sitting in the upper 40s. Plan on those temperatures dropping just a bit more for us for our overnight lows. We had some light showers earlier north of Dane County, but right now our Doppler track's quiet, and that's how it's going to stay overnight and heading into Monday. So it'll be nice to have a dry stretch before our next round of rain builds in. 48 right now in Madison and in Janesville, 43 in the Dells. Those temperatures will drop to the lower 40s for us for our overnight lows. It comes along with a bit of a breeze from the west-northwest, about 8 to 15 miles per hour for us overnight. So backing off just a little bit from where we're at this afternoon. 56 the high for tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies, still cool outside, still a little breezy in the afternoon. This is in front of our next rain chance that builds in late Monday into Tuesday, but we'll take a closer look at the timing for that rain in just a few minutes, Brad.
Thanks so much, Dana. An update to a story we've been following all week long. Devin Hill has been identified by Rock County officials as the man that was killed on Tuesday in a workplace shooting in Janesville. He was just 30 years old. In his obituary, Hill's family said that he tragically passed away following a senseless act of violence. They called him a hard worker, a mama's boy, and a diehard Eagles fan. Hill is survived by 3 children. A visitation is set for Thursday. This shooting happened Thursday afternoon at Precision Drawn Metals in Janesville. The alleged shooter, Kevin Todd, was arrested about an hour after the shooting took place. On Friday, his bond was set at $1 million. Now, Todd claims that he was being bullied at work, and he's going to be in court this week. In more local news tonight, a teenager is in the hospital after a crash in Fitchburg. The one-car crash happened on Highway 14 just north of Oregon. The 17-year-old's injuries are being described as life-threatening. Fitchburg police are leading this investigation. One person was arrested overnight in Madison after a standoff with police. MPD says that this happened on the city's south side at about 1 o'clock. Officers were called to the home for a domestic disturbance after the suspect allegedly threatened a woman and young children. Police say that that person left the home and surrendered after just a few hours. We are still waiting for an update on the conditions of 2 people who were hurt yesterday at the Mifflin Street block party. Police say that the balcony collapsed just before noon, injuring 3 people, 2 of which were taken to the hospital. And here's some new video tonight of a much quieter Mifflin Street today. Yesterday afternoon, crews stabilized that home. Officials haven't said what might have caused the collapse, but fire chiefs told us that the balcony was overcrowded. People also spent the day cleaning up the street, which was littered with bottles and cans after that party. And a day of fun in Georgia also turned dangerous yesterday. At least 3 people were seriously hurt after a pedal pub toppled over. Atlanta police say that this incident happened while peddlers were just trying to turn. At least 15 people were hurt, but most of them had minor injuries. The driver of this vehicle was arrested and is facing DUI charges.
I'm very honored to be with a very distinguished congressional delegation that has traveled here to send a clear message to the world. America stands with Ukraine. We stand with Ukraine until victory is won.
To the war in Ukraine tonight, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is in Eastern Europe this weekend, meeting with President Volodymyr Zelensky. Pelosi is the highest-ranking American leader to visit the country since this war started. Her visit marks a major showing of continuing support for Ukraine's struggle against Russia. Meanwhile, both Russia and Ukraine are feeling the strain of this war, which is now more than 2 months old. Russia's advances appear to be slowing, meeting resistance in the east. CBS News' Chris Livesay has more.
It was 36 years ago this week. An explosion at Chernobyl blew the 1,000-ton lid right off reactor number 4, killing 31 people. Decades later, at a memorial honoring the dead, these are the survivors, now not of one catastrophe, but of 2. The war is even more traumatic than Chernobyl, says Mayor Yuri Fomichov, as Russian forces slaughter civilians en masse and show either a recklessness or a readiness to risk a disaster like Chernobyl happening again. They've targeted nuclear facilities with tanks and repeatedly launched low-altitude missiles directly over nuclear reactors.
That is one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in my life.
Petro Kotyan oversees all of Ukraine's nuclear facilities. He says the Kremlin knows it's playing with fire, but its soldiers on the ground don't. Take Chernobyl, which Russian forces captured for a month.
So they were digging in radioactive material.
Digging in radioactive this soil.
So have these soldiers now been poisoned?
Yes, they are poisoned.
Did that make you smile?
It makes everybody smile, you know.
But security in Ukraine and the world are no laughing matter, he says, as Moscow recently unveiled a new nuclear-capable intercontinental missile.
So the same kind of person who could occupy and take hostage nuclear facilities might be the same kind of person who could use nuclear weapons.
All right, exactly.
But Russia's threat of nuclear war is itself a weapon of war, meant to scare countries like the U.S. into inaction, says Marco Soprun, an expert on Kremlin propaganda.
Letting Russia decide whether or not you're going to arm Ukraine because they have nuclear weapons, that's already a win of Russian disinformation, because you've convinced them of your greatness.
It's a bluff, he says, from an army too weak to win on the battlefield. But it's a bluff Putin's betting no one has the courage to call.
According to soldiers trapped inside, people who were rescued were injured women and children. Many more injured soldiers remain trapped inside. Next tonight at 10, President Biden is in the upper Midwest today. He's in Minnesota to remember former Vice President Walter Mondale. Mondale died last year, but his memorial service has been delayed for more than a year due to the pandemic. The White House says that Biden wanted to attend today's service because he had a special relationship with the former VP.
Trying to console them, and I got emotional. But as my grandfather Finnegan would say, that's the Irish of it. You know, I served with Fritz a long time. He became a good and close friend.
Other speakers at today's event included Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, both of Minnesota's senators, and a presidential historian. Mondale was 93 years old. We'll be right back.
Honda. The adventures go on and on. Follow your adventures with the rugged power of Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
Hey everybody, who's coming to the big show? Meet me at Vet Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Oakshot Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells for an all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway June, The Mascot Theory, and Beth Killyman. All benefiting heat and housing for heroes. Visit VetAidWI.com for more details.
At Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that a lush, beautiful lawn should be enjoyed by the whole family. That's why we offer a kid and pet-friendly program to create a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn that your whole family can enjoy. Our program includes effective applications of targeted weed control and slow-release golf course quality fertilizer to achieve real results. Call or click today for your free quote, or sign up now and see the Weedman difference. Doesn't your family deserve a Weedman lawn?
I assumed dust always stayed put. Turns out it can be on the move. We were breathing that day and night. That's when we started using Swiffer. In just a few minutes, Duster captures dust before it gets airborne. It traps and locks dust in one swipe. Yes.
For our floors, Sweeper's heavy-duty cloths easily trap dust, dirt, and hair, locking it in. See you, dust.
And Swiffer partners with the American Lung Association to support clean air.
We've all been through a lot together, and along the way, you'll find out who really cares for you and who you can trust. Because there's a lot of stuff that happens in life, like those days when the amazing happens, or those days that are really, really hard. That's why you need someone like Unity Point Health. Because when it comes to your health, you gotta have someone you can trust. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health.
As gas prices go up, more car buyers are taking a serious look at hybrids. Monday, our experts explain why fuel efficiency isn't the only reason they're the smart choice.
And we're gearing up for another week of rain chances. Join us Monday morning from 4:30 to 7.
A bigger ice rink may soon be coming to McFarland. The city's ice rink hosted a fundraiser event today showing off renovation concepts. There was also a Q&A session with community members. The expansion came into motion all because of a locker room.
We looked at the boys' locker room and just looked at the deficiencies and what they have and what's comparable for the area, the type of program that we're trying to run.
The expansion will also include a new training rink, a new puck shooting lane, and a new off-ice training center. The 11th annual Cycle for Sight was this morning at the Capitol Square. This fundraiser benefits eye research at the McPherson Eye Research Institute at the UW. Nancy and Ken Valentine went to the event, whose daughter Kenzie had severe vision loss and died in 2017.
Ken's was a remarkable young woman, and she was always thought about others. And so this is a wonderful way for her to, even though she won't obviously benefit from the results of the research that's going on, but she would be happy to know that there will be others in the future who will be able to benefit from the research that will result in cures and treatments.
Blinding diseases affects millions of Americans, including 100,000 right here in Wisconsin. Cycle for Sight met their goal of raising $50,000 in donations. And breakfast was served with a side of fun today. The Association of Women in Agriculture held a farm-style breakfast at the UW Stock Pavilion. UW students and Madison community members grabbed a bite to eat and see what it was like on life on the farm. Organizers say that this breakfast is a unique opportunity.
Sometimes people don't even have an opportunity to see a farm animal, and when they come to breakfast on the farm, they not only get a farm fresh breakfast with some Wisconsin goods, but they also get to see farm animals like calves, horses, pigs.
This is the 26th year that the AWA has held the event. They went virtual the last 2 years because of the pandemic. Next tonight at 10, after 2 years during the pandemic, the Call for Action phone lines are finally back online. That gives you one more option to get a hold of volunteers who are here to hear your questions and complaints and get your answers. We wanted to give you a peek behind the curtain of who these folks are. Leah Lynchide has more.
We've not had anyone else call about this.
When you call for action.
It's a free resource.
Your first thought might not be about who's on the other end of the line.
It's a resource that people who work here care deeply about.
But the dedicated volunteers taking the time to pick up the phone, listen to your story, mediate on your behalf with the company in question, and get results have stories of their own.
I came from a family of teachers. My grandmother taught German children how to speak English.
We wanted to let them introduce themselves.
It was just sort of in my DNA to become a teacher.
That's our lead volunteer, Barb. It's hard to describe how many hats she's worn in her life.
I went to Dane County Department of Human Services, and I worked as a Child Protective Services social worker. I have also worked in Mexico in the southern border with migrants and people crossing the border. For 6 years, I did that.
A principal, counselor, and community advocate. She's the captain of our team.
Thank you. Bye-bye. We try and help people. We try and educate people. We try and take people who are kind of just floundering about what to do to solve a problem and help them get to a solution.
I'm a strong believer that you go through life, people help you, you need to help others. Kind of return the favor.
Terry's time with CFA is relatively short. His resume, anything but.
I am a veteran. Also, I'm a retired attorney. With respect to securities law, brokerage firms, investment advisory firms, hedge funds, things like that.
Terry's specialty, speaking in finance, an unfamiliar language for most of us.
Those people who are kind of a different area that they aren't familiar with and not comfortable with, they can come to me and call for action and get some assistance.
Just kind of walk me through how this happened.
One of Terry's most recent cases is a success story we aired, returning nearly $250,000 to a local farmer who was scammed out of his retirement savings.
That's the most probably memorable one.
The case that I probably think of most immediately was the young woman with the brain tumor.
And Judy, our resident expert in healthcare, specializing in public health and human connection.
She had quit teaching. She couldn't remember her children's names anymore, and she was in her 30s. And her health insurer would not give her a referral to the doctors who could successfully do the surgery. But eventually she and her family moved to Texas. She had the surgery successfully, sent me a photo of her head with the scar on it, and and stayed in touch for quite a long time. She and I created such an important relationship, and that meant a lot to me.
And I think the people that work here that gravitate towards something like this.
These volunteers and more, working for their community, they are a reflection of who we all are as Madisonians. Something to remember next time you pick up the phone to call for action.
They're people that are sensitive to others' needs, and they look at their community as being so important that they need to be a part of the helping part of that community.
For News 3 Now and Call for Action, I'm Leah Lynchide.
Our Call for Action volunteers are here every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Give them a call at the number on your screen. It's 608-278-2833. You can also always call for action anytime online. Submit a claim at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Okay, let's get a look at your weather now with meteorologist Dana Fulton.
A little cloudy outside today, a little cool, but at least it wasn't too rainy. We did have some drizzle spots north of Dane County, but all of those showers and thunderstorms that we saw earlier now pulling well off to the east. Our focus transitioning more over to our next system that's still brewing in the Rockies right now. We'll stay calm for most of the day on Monday, but as that lifts further northeast, we will have rain chances building in for us late Monday heading into Tuesday. A cool start to the week. Temperature-wise, will be below average for Monday and for Tuesday. Overall, the 10-day does include multiple chances for showers, but each time we have about a 24-hour break between those rain chances. By the time we get to the weekend, we'll be back closer to average. We'll also come along with some sunshine for us for Saturday and for Sunday. Our Doppler track right now quiet throughout southern Wisconsin. Again, we had some light showers earlier today north of the Dells, but right now things just cloudy outside. Because of the cloud coverage, we won't drop too much for overnight lows, down to the low 40s to start off the day tomorrow. High temperatures climbing to the middle 50s yet again. We're dry throughout the day on Monday, but Monday night, the rain does return. Mainly after midnight, these scattered showers will build in, and we'll have some pretty steady rainfall for us throughout the day on Tuesday, mainly south of Madison for those higher accumulations. But we'll continue to see this even heading into the afternoon and evening. Temperature-wise on Tuesday, because of that cloud coverage, staying closer to just 50. Accumulation totals will be highest southeast of Dane County. Lesser amounts expected to the north. Might only see some light drizzle towards the Dells, but some steadier rainfall expected for Janesville and Monroe, where we could see up to an inch of accumulation. 56 the high for our Monday. Tuesday, that rain continues through most of the day. We'll be near 50 for afternoon highs. Mostly sunny on Wednesday, with shower chances returning yet again on Thursday. Friday, we'll have a bit of rain. By Saturday and Sunday, we return to the sunshine, and we also finally get to see the 60s and hold on to the 60s for a while. We'll be in the mid-60s to start off next week. And as we head into the middle of the following work week, it does seem like that warming trend carries us up into the 70s with a few more rain chances for us. So the warming trend really dragging along. The other thing to note here, notice those overnight lows trending up for us, pulling away from freezing. So that's some good news to start to help turn things a little more green outside for us, Brad.
Yes, let's go. Thank you, Dana. And more local news tonight. It's the first day of May, and that means that the annual Marquette Atwood Neighborhood Art Walk is back. Samantha Benish went to today's event to check out the pottery, textile work, and much more.
Well, welcome to the 12th annual Marquette Atwood Neighborhood Art Walk.
In 2011, Gloria Van Dixhorn was approached with an idea.
My neighbor, Jenny Blazen, came and said, do you know how many artists live in this neighborhood?
A neighborhood tradition was born, the Marquette Atwood Art Walk.
We didn't really know what we were doing exactly. I think we had 12 artists.
Today, the event has expanded to over 32 artists at 25 different locations across the neighborhood.
The artists are varied. We have painters, acrylic, oil, watercolor,
including potters, which is Gloria's specialty.
I've been making pottery for over 34 years. It's just part of who I am now.
Giving Gloria and other artists the opportunity to show off their work to neighbors and friends.
People do their art for many different reasons,
but are brought together through a community.
We just are kind of proud of that.
In Madison, Samantha Benish, News 3 Now.
If you missed today's event, don't worry. Organizers say that they are excited to continue the art walk in 2023. Game 1 goes to the Bucks. We're going to recap a dominant performance from Giannis in Boston coming up next in sports.
Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's Make My Mondays at Hy-Vee. This Monday, get Lay's for only $1.48. That's Lay's for only $1.48 while supplies last. Monday only. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
There's a different way to treat HIV. It's every other month injectable Cabenuva. For adults who are undetectable, Cabenuva is the only complete HIV treatment you can get every other month.
Cabenuva helps keep me undetectable. It's 2 injections given by my healthcare provider every other month.
It's one less thing to think about while traveling.
HIV pills aren't on my mind. A quick change in my plans is no big deal.
Don't receive Cabenuva if you're allergic to its ingredients or taking certain medicines which may interact with Cabenuva. Serious side effects include allergic reactions, post-injection reactions, liver problems, and depression. If you have a rash and other allergic reaction symptoms, stop Cabenuva and get medical help right away. Tell your doctor if you have liver problems or mental health concerns, and if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or considering pregnancy. Some of the most common side effects include injection site reactions, fever, and tiredness. If you switch to Cabenuva, attend all treatment appointments.
Every other month, and I'm good to go.
Ask your doctor about every other month Cabenuva.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
PTI, I need the PDF, COB, aka EOD. What's the ETA?
ASAP, FYI.
LMK.
HBD Gordon. HBDY.
LOL, look at this GIF. It's GIF. FWIW.
ROTFL.
You see my IM?
TLDR.
What?
Too long. Didn't read.
Okay.
We don't need any more acronyms, but we could all use more ways to save.
BMX, YOLO!
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
SMH.
No.
Come on, him.
I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker and is 2 times more absorbent so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
We gave ZzzQuil Pure Z's restorative herbal sleep to people who were tired of being tired.
I've never slept like this before. I've never woken up like this before.
Crafted with clinically studied, plant-based ingredients that work naturally with your body for restorative sleep like never before.
Save more at Hy-Vee. Buy 2, get 1 free on select Coke products. Select Frito-Lay chips, only $1.99 when you buy 3. 5-ounce Choice Reserve sirloin fillets, only $2.99. And 8-ounce, only $4.48. Only at Hy-Vee.
The Bucks traveled to Boston today for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semis, and the highly anticipated matchup between 2 of the best in the league did not disappoint. Milwaukee's offense was fueled by a tremendous performance from Giannis, who eclipsed a triple-double by the start of the 4th quarter. He'd end up finishing the game with video game-like stats at 24 points, 12 dimes, and then 13 rebounds. Milwaukee goes on to win this one 101-89.
I was just trying to be aggressive. Obviously, a lot of shots didn't fall, but I was trying to be aggressive. My teammates want me to be aggressive. I'm trying to get to the paint, make plays for my teammates and myself, and I was fortunate enough to make that play.
The Brewers looking for the sweep against the Cubs in the Sunday matinee in the 3-game set. And if you like pitching, you got plenty of it today. Milwaukee ace Corbin Burnes was fantastic in this one, giving up just 2 runs on 3 hits through 7 innings. However, Cubs starter Marcus Stroman was just a little bit better in this one tonight, blanking the crew over 7 innings pitched. Chicago escapes Milwaukee with a win by the final score of 2-0.
She shows up at the ballpark. She's thinking, yeah, foul ball, that'd be great. Don't need a shower, though.
Okay, how about this moment from yesterday's Guardians-A's game in Oakland? A Guardians fan spilled a beer on a woman as he's trying to make that one-handed catch on a foul ball. The worst part, as you saw, he didn't get that ball. All right, we're going to be right back.
1-800-GOT-JUNK can bring the springtime anytime.
Oh, yes! We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
If you haven't tried Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray, what are you waiting for? It's Dawn's fastest and easiest way to clean everyday dishes. You just spray, wipe, and rinse. It cleans 5 times faster to actually break down grease on contact. So spray your dishes clean with Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray.
New Densify from Crest Pro Health.
Like bones, your teeth lose density over time, but Crest has you covered. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth.
Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America.
Are your windows drafty, broken, or your energy bills on the rise? Champion is here to help. It's replacement window season, and we're celebrating with buy 2 windows, get 2 free at Champion. We design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Culver's couldn't have started anywhere but in Sauk City, Wisconsin. Still today, we are a family restaurant. Here, nearby farms grow the food we eat, smiles are contagious, and everyone is someone's neighbor. It's a place where our love of fresh food is as strong as our love for each other. It's a feeling of welcome you'll notice the moment you stop by. Because where we come from has made us who we are, and for that, we couldn't be more proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To your big promotion.
And to your new house. I know.
What? I guess you had to move fast in this market.
Right? Best thing I did was get a pre-approval from Summit. Once I knew my budget, I only looked at homes I could make a serious offer on.
And how's construction going on your place?
1 month left.
Must be stressful.
Actually, no. I'm working with Summit too, and they've been great about answering all my questions and guiding me along. It's been easy.
Whether you're building or buying a home, Summit Credit Union is here to help. Psst, psst.
Allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying Flonase daily stops your body from overreacting to allergens all season long. Psst, psst. Flonase, all good.
Want to know right now what the weather will be like for tomorrow? Download the First Warn Weather app and get my 48-hour forecast to help plan your day.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
1-800-GOT-JUNK can bring the springtime anytime.
Oh. Yes! We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Call for action. Only on News 3 Now.
Finally tonight, a very special farewell to longtime WISC employee Kathy Reinhard. Kathy has been here at Channel 3 for 33 years, working as a program coordinator, an MC operator, and a producer. She's now packing up her camper and she's heading off to new adventures. And to Kathy, we just want to all say thank you so much, especially on the weekends. You have done a tremendous job for us, and you've done a tremendous job over more than 30 years here.
That's an incredible amount of time. She deserves to pack up the camper and go explore. Then don't sit in master control anymore, girl. The world is your oyster. Head on out.
And she is so cool, so I'm sure she has plenty of awesome adventures ahead of her, right?
Of course, of course. And it's always worth noting, of course, Brad and I are sitting here at the desk, but there's so many people behind the scenes that keep this newscast running and functioning, and Kathy's certainly one of those parts of the machine that keep us going. As far as the forecast goes, real quickly, guys, cloudy and cool to start off your work week with rounds of rain expected over the next few days. So maybe keep the umbrella on hand by the middle of the week.
We're never going to get rid of the rain. All right, thanks, Dana. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night, everyone.